everybody's really competitive. Everybody, would want that last shot. What do you think about the way that you guys, all five of you on the floor, everybody on the bench, like locked in and just executed their roles on those types of plays?
Yeah, we work on those late game situations a lot in practice to kind of end them. So kind of speaks to the level of focus that we have every day during practice to be able to go through that as a young team and understand how important those are. Mark always says, when we're in games, we're going to want to win them. So it's good to have the mental focus that we have going into these practices to be able to kind of come out here and execute down the stretch.
You've talked a lot about Aaron and the way that he's able to jump in kind of a hard role, but another guy who's done that, especially recently, is Jay Will. What have you thought of the way that he's been able to compete and get all of his game into the game?
Yeah, he's a pro's pro. He's ready to play every night, depending on no matter what his minutes look like. So, big salute to him. He understands the role that he's coming in to play consistently for us, and he embraces it. Which is hard to do, especially, in your second year. He always has a good attitude whenever he's not playing or when he is. So he definitely is kind of one of the hearts of the team. So it's always big props for him. We know what we're going to get from him on a consistent basis, and, he embraces that.
Not the best shooting night. Can you talk about the mindset to just forget about all that when you're taking that last shot?
Shoot or shoot. This shot I work on a lot, so Coach drew the play up for me to shoot it. It's a little more free, my mind is a little more free just because it's a tie game. So it's like worst case, you get to go to OT. But yeah, Coach had faith in me to kind of get to the spot I wanted to get to and make the shot. I gotten a lot of looks early that I liked in the game that I just were short. So tried to put a little extra legs in it. And yeah, it's just a shot I've worked on a lot.
And then it seemed like you guys were searching for a spark early on, and guys like Aaron came in and gave you guys that. Can you just talk about the lift that he gave you?
Aaron, same kind of thing as Jay Will, always ready to play. One of the things that makes the team go, you have guys like Key, Davis that came in, gave us good minutes, kind of just looking for a spark because, it's a long season. There's going to be games like that where it's hard to kind of find rhythm and, kind of like an energy boost. So guys like that are able to kind of come in, regardless of what's been going on in the season, and come in and compete and give us that spark. And, they got the game tied. I actually think they took the lead at one point. So just keeping the game close, salute to them. They do a good job of coming in, being ready. They're always in that, high-intensity group just to kind of stay ready during practice. And, it shows when they're able to come out in the game and play.
Is the shot more satisfying considering you guys are kind of battling uphill the whole game? I mean, just trying to get there and didn't play your A game, but this one maybe not mean more, but more satisfying, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I shot like trash, so, it's nice to that be the shot that goes in. Like I said, I think I got a lot of good looks that I usually make, which made it a little more annoying during the game, but defensively, I thought we did a really good job as a team. Kind of collecting stops and keeping that game very winnable. And, I think offensively as a team, we made a lot of big plays down the stretch as well to kind of keep the game close. And then, obviously, for me to be able to knock it down was pretty satisfying.
But you also say the fact that, you've been good in the fourth quarter for several games, but you got Shea, who's your leading scorer, but you make the winning shot or whatever, the lead, it gives you the lead. In terms of team preparing for you down the stretch, they can't just look to SGA. There's other guys that can make plays.
Yeah, it just speaks to our team. Like you said, there's a lot of guys that make a lot of big shots and, have big shot capability. Obviously, Chet hit a couple this year already, especially in Golden State. So guys are ready to make big shots and big plays, but basketball doesn't come down to, the last shot ever. So there was a lot of plays down the stretch defensively that we did a really good job with in order to kind of keep the game close. And Shea makes a free throw to tie it. So there's a lot of big plays throughout the game that I thought we did a good job with that kind of led to that shot.
Dub, it's sort of been talked about your fourth quarter scoring, crunch time scoring. You've been among top of the league since the start of the new year. And you hit the game-winning shot tonight. There's a lot of talk about, a clutch gene or things like that. Do you think that's something that guys are, born with for late-game situations, or is that something that's sort of developed over a basketball lifetime?
Good question. I don't know. I think some of it's just how hard you prepare up until that point to kind of get in those situations. Just speaking from experience, being able to kind of get to that spot is something, like I said, that I work on a lot. So I think when you figure out what you want to do, I feel like that makes you more comfortable. So I don't know if it's a clutch gene or stuff like that, but I just think when you're able to put yourself in those positions, on the off season and stuff like that, I think it gives you a better chance to make them down the stretch.
Thanks, Doug.
Cool.